Hello and welcome, my name is Sakura and this is my Let's Play of Europa Universalis 4, where we are playing as England. In the last video we didn't get to do that much. We improved a little bit of our stability and started to core Munster. Tried to get a little extra relationship with Scotland so we can hopefully get to vassalize them soon. But right now we're just waiting on the opportunity to get France. We're still the only ones in the coalition. So yeah, not much going on right now. I think once we get to vassalize Scotland, we can make a claim on Norway. Maybe I think they actually got their own king now, or queen rather, which means we wouldn't have to deal with this whole country now. But yeah, both Sweden and Norway get out of the personal union with Denmark. But as I was saying, I think we can get a claim on this island Orkney, because we will once we core this, we'll be right next to this, so we can make claim. Then we can kind of take over that and maybe Iceland, which will give us a far better standing point for colonizing America. So I think that's probably, once we get Scotland under our flags, that should probably be the first order of business, just to make sure that we can start colonizing. Or when France became the controller of the church. So now I'm pretty glad that I had such a good relationship to the Papal State, because if you have a bad reputation at the Papal State, then the Curia controller can excommunicate you. And that means that all Catholic countries get a big penalty on their diplomatic. Basically, they won't like you, and they want to go to war with you, and they will also get a casus belli on you, just to kind of go beat you up because the Pope doesn't like you. Vatican infiltration. Bribes not as an uncommon practice, and with the right amount of money, we could perhaps manage to influence a cardinal to infiltrate a religious order. We can instruct him to go forward and get 5 papal interlinks, or we can let the matter drop and get 5 prestige. I still don't think we have much of a chance down here, even though we are influencing this cardinal right now. But as you can see, most other countries have far more points than us right now, so I'll rather have the prestige, just for the bonuses it gives. It would only last for about 2 years, but at least that's something. I would really like some kind of nice, juicy little war right now, just to get some prestige. Unfortunately, one of the other things you can do as Papal Controller is call crusades against infidels, and that gives all other Catholic countries a casus belli against that country. That's really nice, because that means if you're in need of prestige, you can just go down and beat up some Muslims, or maybe some Orthodox, and get some extra prestige. And that's also kind of fitting that you're doing a bit of crusade. And also, when you are in war in a crusade, you get a nice bonus to your tax and morale and stuff like that, because your soldiers kind of like fighting the infidels. Just waiting for the morale to tick up before we attack. It's always a bad idea to attack with low morale, because if you lose an army within the first round or two, it will just get destroyed. And the same thing if you get attacked while you're on low morale after a combat, again it will be destroyed, and that's bad. Then you have to build all the troops again. Soon we'll have enough to boost our stability. lot of waiting time in this game, unfortunately. Oh, and our general died. So we get to pop up that we can now hire a free military leader. He's free in the sense that we don't have to pay military upkeep to keep him, but we still do have to pay military power to recruit him. So we'll wait on that until we actually need him. There's no reason to just, because he will die at some point. So we don't want to waste precious general time on nothing. Oh, and France declared war on Milan. Milan is down here. That probably won't be enough that... Oh, they are in war with Austria. I think that could be our window to attacking him. I think I'm gonna start building up my army. What we have here, we need some cavalry. Let's start with that. Let's build it some in London and all these kind of places where we build those nice armories. And just get some cavalry to match. Oh, we ran out of money. Let's take out the army. Oh, I was too late. No. I didn't really didn't want to take out a loan, because then you had to pay a lot of interest on it. Oh, and we can boost our stability again. Now we are at 0, we don't get all the negative modifiers. I might want to bump it up to at least 1 though, just because it's still only at the normal price. But once you get up at +1, you'll get a 50% modifier on the stability cost price, and once again, when you get to +2, you'll get a 100% modifier. So it's expensive to increase it to +2 and +3. But having it at +1 gives a little bit of tax, and then if you're lucky enough to get an event or a mission to improve it, then it will always be already be at 1, and you can get the kind of expensive bump up for free. And I can see we got new missions. Now we can repair relations with Burgundy, get it to at least 50 for 25 diplomatic power, or we could reclaim Picardy, which is part of Burgundy. But I think we could probably win a war against Burgundy. They have an army about the same size as ours, but if we could just get the right encounters and using our new nice ideas here, we could probably swing it. Although they do have military tech 5, so we would probably need to get, just because the men at arms and longbows are actually quite nice step up. Here with the basic troops we have now, there's no modifier for shock, but once you get men at arms, we can get a modifier, or longbows, we can get an even bigger modifier for assaults. So if we want to attack them, we want to at least get the tech up, but I would much rather try to make them an ally against France. So let's choose that mission. Repair relations with Burgundy. Also the 25 diplomatic power is really nice. So even if we wanted to attack them later, this is nice. They are a rival. Yeah, they set us as a rival. So there's a limit to how much we can improve this, but we can improve it by 100 just through the improve relations, and as you can see, we'll get a lot of extra for losing aggressive expansion and tolerate slaughter. Some I don't know what it is, but we can improve. We can improve the relation, or else we can just bribe them for the rest of it, just to get that nice diplomatic power. Maybe we could even get to a point where they would wanna get a royal marriage. Oh, quite far. They see us as rivals. That's probably the reason why. Let's get some more infantry. Now, having a bigger army, of course, it will cost more maintenance, especially if we want to pay for it. But I think it's worth it, especially if you want to beat France. We really need some more army. They have gotten rid of most of their vassals by now, which means they won't have as big of an army. But they're still we need to beat them quite a lot if we wanna. We probably could go to war with them pretty soon. We should just start setting one of these armies down there, just to kind of be ready. Don't mind me, France. I'm just placing a huge army on your doorstep. Not gonna attack you or anything. No, no, no. Oh, I think I just... For a moment there my heart stopped. I think I thought I just killed all my heavy ships, but apparently I detached these by pressing V. Oh, V or left click to detach all units of this type. Oh, that's nice. So you can detach these by just with X, Z, X, C, and V. Oh, I didn't know that. That's a nice feature. Let's get them down to car. And we still need 3 more infantry. Let's just buy them. And then we can deal with these peasants. At times, oh, we already got this one. Enforced no. At times when peasants experience harsh subjugation, some of them would turn against their landlords, demanding better treatment and condition. We can either enforce serfdom and pay some administrative power, or we can lose 10 legitimacy. We are getting this far too slowly to lose it, and we are getting, because we are below 50 legitimacy, we get some nasty modifiers. So I think we're just gonna have to pay this. Although I hate paying power. I need it for my technology. There will come a time when you get sort of about 100 years into the game, where even though you are maxed out on all your maybe you have like 3 idea groups or 4 idea groups that are maxed out, you'll still be ahead on all the different kinds of technology, or at least it was that way when I played Portugal. And then you can afford to use a lot of power on stuff like coring provinces and converting culture and these random events and stuff like that. But right now, I think my points are pretty precious. Precious points. France actually seem to be winning this war. I wonder if we went to war with them. Would our allies actually help us? Yeah, both Navarre and Portugal would help. And we want to take that. They're still allied with their vassals, but no one else. I think we should do it. Worst case scenario, we could lose these 2 provinces, but they can never get. We have far too big a navy, We can just check it out here. We have 48 ships, 13 of which are heavy ships, whereas France have 18 ships. Only 5 of those are heavy. So even if we lose our whole army down here, he will never be able to get across the strait. So we can just sit around in England and minding our own business while he walks around down here, and eventually you have to give up for these 2 provinces. So that's the worst that could happen. But we actually have a bigger army now. Maybe he will still have more when he includes his vassals, but we also get Portugal, Navarra and Scotland to help us. So I think we actually have a pretty good chance of winning. Let's actually... how much will we be losing by bombing ups? Quite a bit. Maybe we should get a cheaper advisor. Just while we're at war. Oh, now we have to take out loan, but it's okay. We won't mind paying a bit of interest to get back these territories. I wonder where France... Oh, France has some ships down here. Didn't see anything. Oh, we can also get Calais back. Maybe we should jump our ships there first. And Minster became a core. So, now the whole Irish island is ours. We still need to have own and core Lothian and Aberdeen, and have administrative technology of 10 to form the British nation, the Great Britain. But we will get some extra tax by doing it for 20 years it seems, and some prestige. But most importantly, we will be Great Britain. And I like being great. It just sounds nice. Maybe we should go to war just to get their fleet. Now it's time for war. And we want to call willing allies, which is apparently both of them. Declare war. Let's land these in... Oh, let's wait with Calais. Let's actually just sail us into the harbor. Oh, and we get his ships anyway because he was sailing by our trade fleet. Oh, we took a loan. A diplomat got home from declaring war. We don't want to use our money right now, so just remove this. And let's move this stack into the France. Take the capital. So we took out 2 of his ships. Let's get out here. I think just while we are in this war, I'm gonna stop using my trade ships. It will cost a little bit of trade power, but I think it's worth it just to make sure that they don't end up in a bad position or get taken out by some random fleet, and also help out with making sure that I can blockade all his ports without being in kind of trouble that way. I probably can't blockade down here because it's too far away from any of my ports, but maybe Portugal can take care of that. Maybe I should just attach some sieges. I don't see any of his armies right now, so I can afford to spread out a bit. Don't want to spread out too much though. Oh, here comes a big stack. So maybe this was a bad idea. Let's gather these at least. Then once he get up here, he'll probably try and take care of our army up in the France, and then we can reinforce. Let's see if we can cut these small stacks off. Yeah, he's going to the France. He'll be attacking me, so I'll get all the defensive bonuses, and I have most men, so that probably won't work out too good for him. But yeah, let's move this in. And let's take down the speed of it. Oh, and this video is running a bit long, so I'll see you in the next video where we continue the war against France.